Alright folks, welcome back to another Awaken Chaos Era video, and we're going to go through Bachelard today because we lucked out big time and we actually pulled him from our free shard the other day. Now if anyone actually watched the other videos, we pulled like probably the most amount of shards or crystals on this account that I've ever pulled, which was I'm sure about 150 odd, and I didn't get anything, and then on the free shard the next day pull this guy, so that's pretty sweet. And yeah, he's pretty cool. He's a fire-based legendary Bachelard. There aren't any real hero guides out on him yet, so I decided to max him out as quick as I could, apart from the ascension levels obviously because I'm not a whale in this game. And yeah, just try him out, put him in some content and see how he does. So like I mentioned, he's a fire-based legendary hero. He looks like a sort of cat and ninja type thing. He's got S tier attack, A tier crit rate, and B for everything else, so pretty respectable stats. His trait here, it's basically damage reduction up to 100% when taking a counter attack, so he doesn't take damage from counter attacks, which is pretty cool. And basically the ascension level gives him damage up 2 instead of damage up 1. So another 50, I think it's 50% damage for damage up 2, and normally it's 30% damage up 1. Now the ascension does come on ascension 5, unfortunately, same as Garel, so exactly the same as the last new hero in fire base, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of them having it at 5th ascension. Even change it up to like 3rd or 4th ascension, but 5th is a big jump. You know, it's a lot of investment to get to this point, and you're not particularly needing the defense and health in this guy anyway, really. Base attack up 15%, so yeah, at least you get that in the first one. So that's the trait here. Basic here deals 70% damage and ignite for 2 turns. If they're affected by a negative effect, then launches another attack, which is actually a really good basic because they're going to have negative effects generally when you're playing this, especially with this guy because he puts down so many. So this is basically a 2-hitting basic, which deals 140% damage and 2 ignites, which is really strong. The special I really like too. It's a single target, 120%. That applies defense down for 2 turns. If they're affected by a negative effect, again, which they will be, deals another 30% damage and defense down 2, which is awesome. So this guy can be, against bosses anyway, your defense down, as well as doing the amount of damage he's doing too. So you really do want to build this guy with focus, I found out, because his debuffs are extremely strong. So I've tried to build a hybrid, I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, that's the one. And also this is a 3-turn cooldown. So if you do have this guy in a curse set, more often than not, he's going to keep defense down 2 on the boss, which is awesome. Now the ultimate here, 40% damage to an enemy, deals another 140% damage, then each attack inflicts ignite for 2 turns, launches additional attacks, which is called lightning throw for whatever reason, combo attack per negative effect on the target, max 4 combo attacks. So it's pretty easy to get max, to be honest, because you know you're playing with other heroes that puts down debuffs as well. It's actually really easy to get the 4 combo attacks. Now this thing here, Ender Spear, this is, as far as I can tell, it is the lightning throw. This is what I thought when I looked through the hero originally, but from playing with him, this seems to be exactly what it does, because it puts down ignites as well. So it's worth actually going in with the ignites right away, hopefully triggering some curse sets, just to get a bunch of debuffs up on them, and then if you can get around to this quicker, because this is on a 4-turn cooldown as well, you're going to deal some crazy damage with this later on. The ticks from ignites aren't fantastic. They're nothing like poison. I wish they had a little bit of a buff, maybe not too much, but maybe in the future, because they seem to be adding in quite a few heroes with ignite, they're maybe going to have some more, you know, some more synergy. Like I know Asrina, the original one, she deals bonus damage on her AoE attack based on the amount of ignites on the target, but I think it's only like 100% damage AoE base, so it's going to be quite difficult to make it do insane damage, and she doesn't have like the highest stats anyway. But you know, hopefully in the future we see some really good synergy with ignite, because we've got some pretty solid ignite heroes now. This guy's probably the best one. So yeah, so that's that there. Let's have a look at the actual stats. So I've managed to get him with 4,155 attack, 130 speeds, pretty slow to be honest, 100% crit rate, 227% crit damage, and 66% focus. I would like this to be a lot higher. I really need a decent speed weapon that will give me more focus. In fact, I probably do have one I could switch to if I'm not landing the debuffs, but I think I'll land everything I need to with this. So that's what there is. Yeah, I'm running him in a curse set. I think you definitely want him in a curse set. Just the more turns he takes, the more crazy amount of damage he's going to do. And it's just the usual stuff like this. Ideally, I don't need the 5% crit rate on it. So if this could have some sort of crit damage attack and focus on it would be the perfect piece, and that's really all I'm missing. The rest are pretty good, you know, focus, attack, and crit rate, crit damage. Attack on the cursed necklace. Now I suppose I could switch this out to, I mean, let's have a little look and see if I've actually got anything in curse set with focus as the main stat. Okay, I do actually have a piece here that's attack and attack on it, right enough, which actually might not be too bad. I could potentially level that up. But yeah, I'm not going to just now. Let's just try and run him as is, because having the attack as well, I want to see how much actual damage he can deal. And I do have some crit damage in here, which is quite nice. But it's only 12%, right enough. But yeah, we'll give it a shot later, but let's try it with this. So that is the gear I've got him in. Let's, first of all, now I don't think there's a massive amount of point in putting this guy into arena, because I just don't think he's going to do a lot of damage. The only thing I thought, oh, I wonder if he's going to pair well with Balbereth, because for some reason I had it in my head that the attack deals bonus damage to the targets under a negative effect, but it's only just under a negative effect. If it was like based on the amount of negative effects, then this would be insane, but it's not. So yeah, I don't really see him being much use in the arena. I might be totally wrong. What I do think this guy is for, though, is he's 100% a Roaring Tulpa character, because Tulpa does launch the counter attacks. In fact, he seems kind of made for it. So let's just jump in at Hell Stage 2 and let's set a team. So this is what I'm going to try here. I'm going to put in just full damage. I usually use Garel and Balbreth for this because they both deal insane damage anyway. But let's see if this makes it any quicker with Bachelard in here. And Bran just to put the attack up and stuff. Yeah, I think this definitely should work. Actually, just before going, I think I might switch out the attack up and just put in shield, because yeah, I've got a funny feeling I don't have enough protection to keep these guys alive. So yeah, let's try it like this and see what happens. All right, so yeah, that definitely did it. There was a couple of close calls in there, so I don't probably have enough defense, but I'm pretty sure that would be close to 100% team. Let's have a look at the damage. So as you can see, yeah, Balbereth's still coming in quite a bit higher than everybody he usually does. Garel's pretty damn high too. I do have both of these guys in really good gear, but his gear's pretty good. So, but 60k is pretty damn good. That he's doing a lot of debuffs, which I guess is, you know, letting these two deal a lot more damage because he's getting the defense down too, which did land a lot. Plenty of ignites. The ignites just don't deal that much damage, unfortunately. But yeah, overall he's pretty damn good. I think he's quite strong. Let's chuck him into the next one. I really want to try him in is, ooh, actually, they're not too bad. Health plus health. Just unfortunate about the attack there. I want to try him in the raid boss. I think that's where he's going to be pretty strong. But he's definitely a good Tulpa hero, 100%. I mean, his gear's not as good as the gear I've got Garel and Balbreth in, but it is pretty reasonable. So let's jump in. Fortunately, yes, it's against the green banker just now, so we're the right affinity. So yeah, I'm just going to stick the same team in. I think deal a bunch of damage. I can afford to take away the defense down spell here because Bachelard should be putting it down. And yeah, let's try him out in the raid boss, see what he does. Right, so yeah, let's have a little look at the battle report just now. Yeah, obviously, Grell's still just a monster for this kind of content. I deliberately put this in with 3 sort of damage dealers to see how much they would do. Grell's always going to do a little bit more because he stays alive longer. But I think, yeah, Bachelard didn't die much before Balbreth. The issues, again, it's just the Ignite just doesn't deal as much damage as it should, I don't think. It's a difficult one because his attack's pretty good, considering the rest of his stats. Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's definitely good. But I don't think he's incredible, to be honest. I don't have Garel's Ascension either, which makes him infinitely better because he gets bonus turns. So he would be way better. Garel's in a curse set as well, but so's Bachelard. Yeah, a little disappointed, guys. But not like super disappointing. He's definitely solid. So like I mentioned, I'm not going to throw him into Arena because he's just not going to deal enough damage to do anything in Arena. I mean, even poisons don't really come into play much in Arena, and they're infinitely better than Ignite. This guy's stuff just isn't going to come in any use. And his defense down 2 is only on 1 character, which again, yeah, I mean, there's much better heroes you can use for Arena. He's a solid Tulpa hero. I think he's definitely a very solid Tulpa hero. Although Tulpa is probably the least farmed, maybe apart from Witch, one of the dungeons. But yeah, is he worth building up? It depends on your account. I've got some pretty solid fire heroes, you know, even using like Orak's still really good because he does the defense damage based on max health. Garel's still probably my favourite, he's a beast. And yeah, Balbreth, I really like Balbreth, he's underrated. So for myself, I probably wouldn't have built him up. I only built him up for this video. So again, please like and subscribe to the channel because it costs a lot of resources to do this, and I don't particularly need to build this guy up. But if you are struggling for heroes for Tulpa, I would say, and you want to farm Tulpa, I would say 100% get this guy built up because he's very good for Tulpa, and he can do some solid damage in the raid boss as well, but I wouldn't put him at like the highest point of your priorities to build up. Until we see some sort of change in Ignite, yeah, it's just not going to be that strong. I mean, that's a crazy amount of Ignites that we're putting on there. and it's just not dealing that much damage. And keeping in mind, Ignite, let's see, at the start of the turn deals damage based on the caster's attack. So for the stats, this guy's got pretty reasonable attack. You know, if you're going to boost them up to say 5.5, 6,000 attack, you're going to be lacking everywhere else. You're not going to have any crit rate or crit damage. You're going to struggle to the amount of focus you need. Yeah, Ignite's just a funny one. Maybe that is the way to go with them. I don't know. Forget about crit rate and crit damage and just get him as high attack as you can. To be fair, I haven't done that yet. Maybe leave in the comments below if any of you have done that and see if it actually makes much of a difference with the damage that Ignite does. But I'm pretty sure by now we would have heard about this because people have tried Asrina for ages. Yeah, it's just not that great. Asrina is the only other hero I can think that gets like a bonus off doing the Ignites. Now, where is she? Where is Asrina? She is somewhere, definitely. Oh, there she is. So, her Blazing Charge, 20% damage per stacked Ignite on the target. So I mean that could deal some good damage. When it's fully maxed out, it'll be 100%. But you know, there's better heroes out there that just deal it without having to get a bunch of ignites up. And it's only on the target, per stacked ignite on the target. So you know you're gonna have to get the ignites around everyone, and yeah, it's just not worth it because Bachelard doesn't put the ignites on everybody. He only puts them on one person. But yeah, definitely going to take a while. But yeah, that's my review. Average. Please like and subscribe to the channel though, guys. It really helps the channel out. We're trying to grow again. Not been doing raid content, so it's definitely starting anew with the player base and the viewer base as such. But yeah, I appreciate all the people that are watching so far. And yeah, have a great day, guys. Peace.